I want to talk about LR Gamma 1 and 2. Now, this is one of the LRs that came out for the 9th anniversary, of course, and I think that this guy is not being given the respect that he deserves to be given. I've just been, looking around the community, of course. I'm very active on Twitter. I see a lot of things, a lot of takes and things like that. And, for good reason, everyone's talking about Beast Gohan. Everyone's talking about Gogeta Blue. Everyone's talking about Broly, right? These are very big, hype, amazing, strong characters that are also all really good top 10 characters in the game, where most people agree Beast is the best in the game. Most people agree Gogeta is like probably top 5 range. Most people agree Broly. People agree Broly's top 10 range. Some people do think that Broly's also top 5. Some people don't, right? It depends on, I guess, your play style and how you have experience with this Broly. But no one talks about these guys. I think no one's talking about these guys and how busted they are. And I made a tweet about it yesterday and just want to look at the responses on that tweet and just kind of generally talk about this. Just because I feel like the Gammas, again, they're not really being given the love that they deserve. No, I personally have seen like very little commentary on the Gammas, and I think that, I feel like people may have not used them, which is fair, right? Between these two banners, people like the Beast Gohan banner, right? And then the people that have used them know that they're good, so they don't really talk about them. So there ends up being no discussion about this character. I kind of wanted to spice that up and bring up some discussion here. I can't even speak. Discussion, but you guys get what I mean. So, with that word, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look here. I said this right here. I would almost argue these guys are underrated / undervalued for how good they are. Easily top 5 unit in the game, and everyone's only talking about Beast, Gogeta, and Broly. They have the flat 200% leader skill to the best team in the game, which is just insane. Right? We know how good Superheroes is. I would say Superheroes is definitely the best team in the game. Again, Angel UI, Goku ZZA, in Blue Evolution Vegeta ZZA, Beast Gohan, Gogeta Blue, Blue Kaioken and Goku in Evolution Vegeta, Orange Piccolo, UI Goku, and then we have even some Gamma 1 is actually really good. I think I'm gonna do a video on Gamma 1 today with his special equipment. I think Gamma 1 looks really, really good with the special equipment. I'm probably gonna take him into I don't feel like taking him into the Beast Gohan fight. Well, maybe I could take him into the Beast Gohan fight again. I did the Artificial Life Forms mission. Either that or like even Sword of Hope Trunks. I want to take him into a fight where we could see his strength. Probably the Gogeta Blue fight, huh? I think the Gogeta fight could be good. Could show off how tanky he is. Because that fight in particular just hits like the hardest it can, right? I think that is the like hardest hitting fights that aren't like, nuke fights. So that could be good for Gamma 1. I'll probably check him into there today is what I'm thinking. Even like Tech God Goku could be good in some of these like movie bosses stages, right? So like that's a thing. With how good Superheroes is, and just a flat 200%, because with Beast Gohan's leader skill, for example, not everyone's going to be under Interested Will movie heroes. For example, Blue Evolution Vegeta, he does not fit under Interested Will or movie heroes, right? I don't think these guys fit under that either, right? Interested Will movie heroes. Let's see. Nope. See, another very, very strong character that doesn't fit under the category. Now, to be fair, a lot of these characters do end up fitting under there. Like Gammas, obviously Orange Piccolo, Gogeta, even UI Goku is actually on Interested Will. So like a lot of these characters do end up looking fine with the 200% buff, but it is useful just in case you don't know what future characters could be introduced, that could just fit under the 200%. Krillin and 18 are movie heroes, but yeah, they're also a good option that I didn't really know. So that's one thing I think I want to bring about the flat 200% to the team. Them still leading the team is very powerful. Obviously, the 50% support is super strong. I think that's something that people don't talk about, again, like how strong they are as a support. They're probably just the best support character in the game because they have the damage reduction here. They have 50% flat support without any requirements, right? If you get the Int, STR, or Ajoki spheres, they get like triple super, and especially the next turn after when this is built up, I've seen them do like 14 mil into 10 mil into 11 mil, then you could have a super good chance to crit because they get 30% crit chance per key sphere. The standby gammas, they just get even tankier. They hit a lot harder as well. And then they have this attack that just does super good damage. Just super insane damage, this attack. Especially if they crit on it. And then Gamma 1 by himself, you can get 80% reduction. You know what orbs he changes, so you could set up orbs for this guy to change. And I've done that multiple times where I set up the orbs for him to change, and he gets the 80% reduction. You guaranteed crit here. This 2-turn 50% buff for superclass allies is also absolutely insane. So that's a thing, right? And you know, I shouldn't have closed this page, huh? But yeah, I didn't mean to close this page. Let me bring up superheroes. But I just wanted to point those out as like the highlights. And then, you know, I think, you know, these guys' gimmick are it's the standby like finish skill, and then the 2-turn support. Well, they don't have as strong as ability as target skill, or the as strong of ability as, you know, well, I guess this guy's target skill too. The 2-turn 50% support is very massive. Like, you know, for a character like Age of UI Goku, he doesn't have any defense raised on a super attack effect. This is basically adding 50%, like a greatly raised attack. No, this is basically like this is basically gonna be adding greatly raised defense to his super attack effect. So, I think that just should show you how influential that could be for some of the characters on this team, which is really nice. Now, let's take a look at some of the replies, because I think I saw 1 or 2 like disagreements, and I want to like address them regarding this. So let's take a look at the quotes. Top 5 unit, but top 1 unit in terms of how awesome they are. I would agree, they're pretty cool, right? Top 5 and they're not 5. So in terms of my ranking, I think I have them specifically at 5. Yeah, so I have Beast Gohan at 1. I have UI Goku at 2. No, sorry, silly me. Beast Gohan at 1. Evolution Blue Vegeta at 2. UI Goku at 3. Gogeta actually is at 4, and then I have the Gammas at 5. That is my personal list on how I rank the characters. From what I'm recalling, right? I might have I'm pretty sure they're 5. They're top 5 level, top 5, 6, something like that, right? I don't think I'm missing any characters. Like, I could look here and be like, am I missing anyone? Because everyone here is like, you know, in that range. No, I think that they are 5 is what I'm thinking. Then I think I have Broly at 6 and Orange Pickle at 7. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Yeah, after witnessing how bonkers the ranking can be in the team, you feel like you underrated them a bit too much. They're at least 5, but you didn't hear it from me. Top 1, easily better than Broly. Yeah, so I would say they're better than Broly. Broly, again, is a very explosive when he goes full power. Even in Super Saiyan Broly, he does a lot. But I think what this guy is providing to the team is just more than what Broly is able to provide, right? And especially because, you know, I feel like, again, I was taking Broly into these new stages, and with his domain up, everything up like that, he got one shot by Gogeta, you know? And it's like, well, he's supposed to be like the carry character of the team, especially for like something like Super Boss's transformation boost, right? Transformation boost is really good, but you guys get the point there. And it's like, I don't know, his defense could be better, actually. You know, maybe it's a little lopsided because he does so much damage, right? His damage is insane. But it's like, I feel like the Gammas are more well-rounded, and they're just they're supporting just like the best team in the game. So that's the thing I have to really consider when it comes to that, like their support and what they're doing is just super good. And I feel like, you know, people are thinking like, people don't realize that this guy is on like the level around this guy and Broly. Like, I feel like people don't see this guy in their levels, and it's a little unfortunate, I think, for sure. They're really good. One of the best units in the game too. Love them. Only at 55%. They're still really impressive. Sucks for the standby since no crit, but oh wow. Yeah, well, I think that's an issue where the standby has 0% chance to crit, because they get so much crit in their passive. So I had to build them with a lot of crit just because of the standby, right? I want the standby to crit, right? You know, that's I think the biggest thing about the character. They're kind of around their standby and the supporting. Well, I would have built them full dodge, but oh well, that's fine. Let's see. Yeah, let's talk about Gamma 1. I mean, I've had Gamma 1 slot 1 tank the Sword of Hope Trunks super attack, and if you guys aren't aware about that Sword of Hope Trunks super, Like, maybe aren't global, right? You know, that's very fair. I want you guys to see this sort of Hope Trunks. No, that's the wrong one. Stage 4 right here. This guy hits for, so it says 215, but you add this attack set there, so he hits for 3 mil damage. 60% chance. He slot 1 supers you all the time. So he hits you for that. I've had the Gamas take like double digits. I think one time it was like 8k, but I've had Gamma 1 successfully take that super. I'm pretty sure Gamma 1 could live this super attack in slot 1, right? He hits for like what, 2.7 or so. Like Gamma 1 could survive that pretty easily, I'm thinking. He actually hits for 2.8, my bad. Gogeta, I think he could also live that. Even though Gogeta hits for like 3.6, I think it might be close. It might be close. I think he can live this though, with the 50% reduction. I'm thinking so. So, with the 80% reduction, I mean 80% damage reduction is kind of crazy. So that's a thing right there with how Gamma 1 would work. Let me see some of the responses here. His orbs are very inconsistent. You don't know why they couldn't make it per orb. I mean, it would have been better per orb for sure, but I feel like, you know, I was able to get the requirement a lot. You swear Gogeta knows every time his orbs to change, since you can't change physical, it's 2/4 chance he changes the orbs you saved. Yeah, that can be annoying, I would say. You already thought they were top 5, but you forgot this guy also has damage reduction of the orbs, not just crit. How can anyone say OP and Broly are better? Yeah, I mean, 50% defense. Like, this guy is just crazy. Gamma 1 is actually kind of really cracked. And again, I think people don't realize how cracked Gamma 1 is. Like, 80% reduction with support. And then the 2-turn defense support as well. It's kind of insane, man. It's kind of super crazy. I think they deserve more attention. I did say right here, it reminds me of how Kai Goku, like, no one gave Kai Goku attention for how good he was. He was like top 5 level as well, like around that level. Kai Goku was just absolutely incredible. I forgot the exact ranking I had for Kai Goku back then, but Kai Goku was like so disrespected, and I think, you know, people over time warmed up to Kai Goku. By the time it came on global, I think people were aware of like, oh, this guy is good, right? But I think with Kai Goku, when he came out, people were very disappointed it wasn't like Omega and stuff like that, right? Well, as you know, even this time, I think people are like focusing on Beast for good reason, but yeah. You say Gogeta's been mega underrated. Yes, I was like, I don't know. I feel like Gogeta not talked enough to impact our fights. I think I wouldn't say that. I think what people should start recognizing is, like, Gogeta does have the strongest target skill in the game. I wouldn't say he's under talked about. I just think that they're talking about a lot of other things. Like, I mean, there's so much utility this guy has that is, besides the target skill, he has the orb changing, 54% heal is really good. He even has this nullification, built-in critting right there, very good. Like, he's a very strong character overall. I mean, even his 200% leaders go to movie heroes. That fits a lot of these recent super heroes characters. So I mean, we can take a look here at movie heroes again. Obviously we take a look here, we have Beast Gohan, the Gamas, Gogeta, the Gamas, Gogeta. You have Krillin 18 that fit on this team. Like, this team is pretty good. Even you could run Ultimate Gohan, right? The existing Gamas, God Goku's on this team, right? There's some pretty good options here. And I mean, yeah, his target skill is the best in the game, in my opinion, because one, there's no hard event that like will stop you from running the like from dodging, right? No hard event right now stops you from dodging, which is a really good thing. And another thing is that, how do I explain it? These events, because they're like stunning and sealing you now, these events are starting to like be kind of annoying with that. And if you have like, how to explain it? If you do have Beast Gohan's target skill, he'll get hit by that attack and then he'll get stunned or sealed. Gogeta dodges it and he does an attack after the target skill. So I think all in all, it is the better target skill because he is dodging everything. Maybe when we get a boss that disables dodge, but for the boss rush of the movie's Red Zone, they actually removed Broly's dodge, like disable. So every event right now, that's like the most typical events in the game, he can dodge except for Beerus. But Beerus is a Ki Blast super, so he still has a great chance to nullify it. But you probably wouldn't want to use his target skill there against Beerus, because he's type advantage, disadvantage, and Beerus would hit pretty hard. But that's really it. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that they're top 4 after Beast and 6 years LR. I would not say that everyone's saying that. I think no one's really talking about them. Occasional turns where you get 100% support. Yeah, because Krillin and 18 right here are just going to give the 2-turn 50% support, and then you just have like both Gamas floating with 50% support. That's like crazy. Like a superheroes team with the Gamas, like, I wouldn't argue that's better than a superheroes team with Beast Gohan, but like, okay, it's easily just, it's cracked, right? You have floating 50% / 100% support, right? You float the Gamas and the Krillin and 18. Like, sometimes their support is 2 turns, so it overlaps. This character could provide the 50% defense for 2 turns when you're in Gamma 1. So you could have 2 characters potentially doing overlapping 50% support, and you can have 100% support on like multiple rotations, which is crazy. And then like on the rotations you run, I don't know, I guess you could run Blue Evolution, Vegeta, and UI. Then you could run Beast Gohan and Gogeta, or Beast Gohan and these guys, or something like that. Or you could even run Eiji UI and Beast Gohan, then Blue Evolution and this guy right here, and then or Blue Evolution and Gogeta, or something like that. Like there's a bunch of combinations you could do. I mean, you could even opt out to not run this character, run this character as a floater, and then run these 2 together, and then these 2 together. I think that there's a lot of team builds you could do. Let's see. Is 50% support giving up for each category? Imagine if you got Gamma 1 or 2 in the same rotation, aren't they receiving 100% support? No. So, okay, I guess I'll end it off here. This is just one flat 50% to all the categories. It doesn't stack like Battle. So it's like if you fit all 3 of these, you would get 100%. 150%? No. It is just 50% to each of these categories. Right? All together. Not well, it's weird to say because like all together, I mean, like, you know, activates once, and if I say separately, people would think it stacks. It does not stack, right? I think it's a better way to say it. You have them at 5 against about Broly. You blame the Dokkan creators. Wait, yeah, it's me. I'm the one saying they're good. I'm a creator. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that these guys are underrated, under talked about? Maybe less underrated, but more undervalued. I think they should be talked about more. Should be considered more a lot, because I think people don't like understand how good they are. So I felt like this video was important to make. Let me know what you guys think. And one other thing actually before I end again, their banner is also really good. They have a stupid good banner. I mean, you have them, Future Gohan, Bulma, Kai Goku could still be usable. Carnival Goku is like decent now. Rose is actually still like a decent character. I mean, I guess Trunks is okay. Everyone else kind of Fuse's boss is okay. Okay, whatever. I'm done. Thanks, y'all, and I'll catch you next time.